morning. Welcome everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the 22nd of August. Now, if you are new here, please consider subscribing. Hit those like buttons, guys, and please feel free to chat to us down below. We chat to each other here. We've built a little community of like-minded people who are pretty much on the same page and are awake and see the garbage and nonsense and BS that's being currently fed to us by our government and our mainstream media, of course. I am here with my doggos. I've got Sprocket here and Sophie's here. They're snoring. It's actually drizzling rain outside today. It's kind of a cozy indoor day today, so I think I'll just be doing a bit of indoor chores like ironing and making videos. So nothing too exciting. They had a bushwalk on the weekend, so they're pretty tired. Whenever they're off lead, they just go mental and they end up tired for a couple of days after that. Now, first up, Amber. I know my sets are pretty boring, guys. I'm a bit of a no-frills psychic from down under. I don't even do thumbnails because I do a video every day. My sister sometimes does my thumbnails, but I can't ask her to do one every day. I just have to shoot wherever I can shoot. Wherever the natural light is, this is a really good window. I can look out at the birds. It also helps me to relax. I can look out into the backyard. And my daughter homeschools now, so she's using the lounge room to do her work. So I'm pretty limited on where I can shoot the videos sometimes, guys. So sorry if it's getting a bit repetitive and boring. I've only got so many rooms in my house to shoot from, and the weather's still winter here, so it's a little bit dodgy. But I do try and get outside in nature on those really beautiful days. So, yes, any tips, Amber, would be awesome. I call you Amber. It's probably not your name, but I call you Amber anyway. Cheers, everybody. I think you're a set stylist, aren't you? So you probably find my sets very painful to look at. Like my daughter's cat obsession. You can see she's like got pictures of cats. And anyway, it is what it is, isn't it, guys? It's about the information, isn't it, really, that's coming through, being channeled through to you guys. First up, a little bit of admin. You know, we've got to talk about a little bit of administration down under. I see that Biden's hopping on his jet now and heading to Maui in Hawaii. This will be interesting, won't it? I was telling you guys yesterday how the Biden we get fed on the media here in Australia is the upright, very tall, well-spoken Biden. I know that's not the real Biden. I know the Biden is the one tripping up the stairs and smelling hair and licking ice creams and having gaffes all over the place. But yes, they do feed us that one. So I'm guessing the one they're going to send to Maui, we talk about a lot of doppelgangers here with Biden, is the very upright one that's going to go and save everyone in Maui. With, I'm guessing, some wonderful packages he's about to dish out to them. We know there's a lot of controversy around Maui. Let's just hope, fingers crossed, guys, that this wakes other people up. We know, we always question it. Very strange what went on there. Very, very strange indeed. But nothing shocks the BS detectors here on my channel, does it? No surprises for us. It's very dodgy. The other thing is how... Oh my God, how much damage is caused from that big Hurricane Hillary in California? Is it San Diego? Nuts. Have you seen how deep the mud is? I told you about the rapid rush of water. It was so scary. The mud, people are going through like knee-deep mud. It is going to be the biggest cleanup. It is just a disaster. Which we've had California quite a lot on this channel. Remember we used to get the songs probably 6 months ago, Californication, California. We know it's being wiped out. Another place, beautiful, beautiful place. Once upon a time, we used to get that song California Dreaming as well. It was absolutely gorgeous place. Well, it looks like it's going to be all pretty much bulldozed now and rebuilt the way the global elites want to rebuild their Californian paradise. I have no doubt. We've been getting that for ages. And was it Los Angeles? You got an earthquake at the same time. How's all the energy shifts? Oh, global warming, of course, will be blamed for the earthquakes and the flooding. And we know how it's going to fit perfectly into the narrative. Tons of questions around all of this. We do have to wonder what the hell is going on. But you guys are awesome because you're also giving us all feedback about people waking up where you're living. People are waking up. People are talking about these things. They're sus of what's going on in all areas of their life. It's brilliant. If only they'd just stand up and fight back. The other thing is, guys, we've got a bit of confirmation. Charles is in Scotland. Remember, was it last week I was saying that Scotland, I'm sure it was Scotland, England coming together? I'm positive I was talking about that. I wasn't sure if Scotland was coming to England or obviously Chucky's gone to Scotland. There's a healing. Remember I was talking about the knot in the rope or whatever it was? The knot has to be undone. The knot has to be undone for things to be smoother between, yes, England and Scotland. So Chucky is visiting Scotland. Be interesting to see what that's about. If anyone knows, let us know down below what's going on there. Of course, mainstream media will feed us whatever they want. But the fact is that if Chucky's visiting Scotland, guys, we know Scotland, you've been going under the radar. A lot of you have been communicating with me and letting us know, because I kept seeing not a lot going on in Scotland. But if you got someone like Chucky from the, with his lovely WEF ties, we know he's hatching little plans. So the fact they're connecting, it doesn't sound great, does it? The other thing is here on mainstream media this morning, of course, they're promoting all the big corporate. I keep saying it. I said it the other week. Oh, yes. This morning they're telling everyone to go and shop at Kmart, Big W, Bunnings, the big hardware store. Yeah, they're all discounting all their products. And, you know, they even had the balls to say on TV, the reason they can do it all so cheaply is because they buy in bulk. Of course they buy in bulk. They're big corporate. They're wiping out small business. We know that here on this channel. Well, they're pushing and pushing it even more. Go and get this bargain at Kmart, Big W, Bunnings. And the other, last night, they even had on, I think it was Current Affair, that, oh yeah, Woolies and Coles, our big supermarkets here in Oz. You've probably got other ones, probably Aldi's too. We'll follow suit, no doubt. Sorry, guys. Another tired night. Tiring night. They're all discounting. Yes, over spring here in Australia, they're giving big discounts on all their main products. Aren't they wonderful to be doing this, to look after the little people and peasants and Lego people? Oh, they make it sound so good, but it's all for big corporates' favour. It's just insane. Have you seen Carl, I was telling you about that Clown Planet. Carl Vernon's got the one about the supermarket, how you bit yourself in, bit yourself out. It's all starting. We know it is. The other thing is too, I keep talking to you guys about Qantas, the airlines. Alan Joyce, the guy I can't stand, the CEO of Qantas, who traded in his 15 million shares. Traded in his Qantas shares and got $15 million, as if he doesn't get paid enough. He's not going to compensate the people's ticket refunds. A lot of people have a class action lawsuit against Qantas for the loss of their airline tickets during CV event, lockdowns, etc., when all the airports were shut, plus also a lot of cancellation in flights even recently. So I would guess this class action would have a lot of people involved. And Qantas is refusing to pay it. Of course they are, because they don't make enough money, do they, to pay anything? Don't care about the little people. It's getting so obvious. God, we need people to wake up to this BS. But I know you guys are sharing that with me, and I'm sharing it with you too. There are people waking up here. It's so awesome. All right, how about we close our eyes? We'll get straight into the reading. Enough of the serious administration. Let's see what we get. God, I'm getting this word, things are polarizing. And when I get polarizing, I'm getting like coming to a standstill. Is that what polarizing means? I'm just getting it, things are polarized, I mean, like a bit frozen at the moment. We're in this frozen state at the moment where people are on the verge of waking up, but they're still a little bit, not a little bit, a lot hesitant as to what to do about it. This is the people who have slipped off the bubble denial suits now, who are having to face and see the truth. They're still in a polarized state, meaning like frozen. It's showing me like they're in a frozen state of shock. you know, with the big bug eyes kind of emoji that you get. It's like, this cannot be real. This cannot be real. See, it's everything that they've not wanted to be real. Every conspiracy, everything we've ever posted on Facebook or whatever we've been doing, sharing, blah, 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 videos, they don't want it to be real still. But unfortunately, as we knew, it is real. This is their new reality. Even the old guys I sit with in the mornings, guys, and have coffee with, one of them is German, and he is a wake-up. He watches Sky News channel, which is the only news here in Australia that tells the truth. And he said these dictators are just destroying the world. Like, what's the world coming to? And Germany's like the worst. He even said Germany's like the worst. They're all just tyrants over there. So people are waking up, guys. Even the elderly people are starting to see this stuff. They can see the world's being destroyed. Oh, God. It's complete madness. Okay. The other thing, guys, is our ailments. We have to talk about it. I am going to do a video on it because I feel like enough of us are suffering that we have to start addressing things. We talk about it being that last bit of trapped remains of memories in our bodies of things from past, whether it's past lives or past hurts, whatever it is. I am going to be working on that, guys, moving forward, because I think there's enough of us really struggling with all of this to have to address it. I had another sleepless night. I know you guys are having really restless, sleepless nights. We're just not really improving. And if we are, we have one good day, then a really bad day. We're getting a lot of setbacks, but I don't want to dwell on it, but I will do a video, so look out for that. It's coming very soon. Okay, let's keep going. France is rising again. Thanks for sharing that info with me, guys. France is rising again. I'm getting the capital, Paris, again. People are making a stand. They're politically not happy in France. We know they're not. But I am seeing it. They're still rising to the challenge. Because there's enough of them. That's what the guides are saying. There's enough of them. There's enough of them in France to make a difference. Oh, that Macron, he's such a monster and a tyrant. So I am seeing that in France. They're going to have another go at it. They're going to have another go at it. Like, they might have got a bit squashed after that last one, because there were, I think there were hundreds, maybe thousands of arrests. Pretty serious too. I think people were even getting jail time in France. But I am getting they're going to find their braveness again. And they're going to stand up and still fight for their... And see, this is the youth fighting in France. They're fighting for the democratic rights, the democracy. They want it back. Fingers this happens again. Poor old France. They've been fighting for such a long time, and they've had a little lull period, I reckon. And now they're going to get back into it. They're planning. There's plans in the pipeline in France. Yeah, keep going. Might inspire some other countries. God, we could only wish. I don't think Australia will jump on board. Oh my God, it's so hopeless down here. All right, let's keep going. Getting Europe. I'm getting tremors of change through Europe, particularly the southern Europe. Tremors of change. Could be just shake-ups. I mean, it could literally be tremors. It could be. But see, there's all this shifts going on. We know there is. And energy does radiate. It's the cause and effect. Cause and effect is what I'm getting. So when people wake up, it shifts and changes the vibration and the frequency of everything around it. It's like us. When we change our frequency and our vibration, if you think back in the last 4 years, for example, everything just kind of vibrated away, and then we brought new things into our life. It's kind of that allowing, but it's a vibrational shift. We vibrated, a lot of people just vibrated away from us, and then we've brought in like new people. Like, look at all of us finding each other. We pretty much think the same, and we have the same sort of opinions of things, and we see things very similarly. So it's a vibrational shift I keep getting that shift energy. And this is in Europe. There's a lot of people. I would say there's a lot of people waking up now in Europe. After that hot summer that you guys have had, which was, I think, pretty abnormal. You know, of course, they're feeding them the global warming narrative, BS, garbage and lies that we know that they are. But I don't think people are falling for it. I honestly don't think people are falling for it. Because like I said to you, I always say to you, people work in these industries. They know their industry. People have logic when it comes to engineers, people working in renewables, people in the solar industries, people in the electric car industries. Everybody knows. There was another electric car caught on fire here in someone's house in Sydney or something last night. So, you know, it's not all perfect and kosher and everything's just wonderful if you go down the renewable road. Oh, and also, guys, you know how I was telling you, I think the other week, they've banned gas in new homes and any new businesses in Melbourne. Well, now it's in New South Wales. They're bringing it in as well. So no new gas in houses and no gas in any small businesses or, well, obviously businesses as well. So it's all just trickling down and rolling out beautifully. So that's what I'm getting across Europe. I think you've already banned gas in a lot of these parts anyway, haven't you? I know the UK you have. So I am getting that. Big shake-ups in Europe, big shake-ups. As people wake up, as people wake up. I'm getting that people are feeling really time poor now too. This is globally. People are feeling time poor, like they don't have any time. People just don't feel like they have any time. See, and the interesting thing is here on this channel, and you guys, if you're watching my channel, we see time very differently now, don't we? We see every minute. We got that song by Doobie Brothers yesterday, Minute by Minute. Every minute is really important and really precious to us. And we view time as like minutes. Because a lot of us have learned how to live in the now and how to just be here now and not let our thoughts race away and not stay living in the past anchored to things. So it allows us to stay in a very focused state of mind, which gives you more clarity and allows those creative juices to flow. But I am getting this. People aren't feeling like they've got a lot of time. They're feeling like they're... this is not us. This is people waking up, people coming out of their coma, their psychosis. They feel like they're time wasting, like they have wasted a lot of time. Like the last 4 years pretty much has been a freaking waste of time. People being locked down. See, people don't want all that again. They don't want all that again. They feel like time is slipping away, like they've got life to live now. That's why so many people who were probably locked down have gone traveling and are out traveling the world, doing all the things they can. And it's probably a good thing, because if they knew what was coming with the digital ID control, track and tracing, they would probably realise, oh my God, we're going to lose everything, our freedom. So we should get out and do all these things. So I'm getting that people like feel like time is... well, they're getting that time is fleeting. And of course, I've got to get the song from, what's that? Rocky Horror Picture Show. Time is fleeting. Madness takes its toll in another dimension. Futuristic intentions. Well secluded, I see all. How's the words of that song? I reckon we go watch that song today. But I'm getting that time is fleeting. People are realising that they haven't got enough time. And see, you got to think too at the moment that a lot of people who weren't prepared for all this are probably now working 2 jobs. They've got no time with their family. Life's just rolling by really fast. Everything's getting faster and faster and sped up, and get this and get that and get your renewables and get this and get that. Do something, there's climate change. It's all an emergency. It's all fear, which makes your body run at a faster pace. If you think about hypervigilance or anything like anxiety and all that, it creates that racing sort of heart, racing breath. You got shortness of breath all the time. This kind of thing is the way these people are currently feeling. So I feel like time, they feel like they're running out of time. Not us, not on this channel, because we know to sit up on the hill, relax and chill out and just observe everything from afar. And we don't take things very seriously. Every time they dish something out, I mean, look, we have such a giggle on this channel, don't we? We have many, many laughs. I'm getting that under pressure. We got that for sushi the other day, but I'm getting the line from that. Insanity laughs under pressure, we're cracking. See, under pressure, people are starting to crack. They are. But we're finding this funny. Like, we find this because we look at the stupidness of it. See, to us, it just doesn't make sense. It's absolutely ludicrous. God, this whole transgender thing is just brain frying, isn't it? And, I mean, we have no issues here with anyone transgender. It's not an issue. But when it's being shoved down people's throat and they're doing story time and they're starting to race in the women's races and all this kind of stupid nonsense and garbage, it just, none of it makes sense. So we find it actually a little bit laughable, I have to say. It's just madness. And it just pops up on your feeds all the time, doesn't it? Especially the ones with Trudeau in them. You've got to go check out some of those. He's so for it, isn't he? Oh, my God. It's such a strange mastermind plan, this whole reset. Like, where's it all going? Where's it all heading? Like, we want to know what their end goals are, don't we, guys? Like, we see all this happening, but you kind of think, what is the end goal to this, and this? Apart from getting control of the little people, peasants and Lego people, and all the elites living in their own world and having their paradise islands, you still wonder what their main aim is. Like, obviously power, control, and money, but it's obviously to have all us little slaves working for them and they just live their wonderful lives. But I always say, what's the cutoff point to being an elite? Like, what's the monetary cutoff? Do you have to be like a billionaire above? Like, where's the cutoff point? Like, what happens to all those like millionaires and people in between? Do they just get put down in the pile with us peasants and poor people? Or what happens? Like, what's the... I just want to know these things. Like, what's the end goal? Anyway, all right, let's keep going. Let's see if there's one more thing and then we'll pull some cards. I'm getting Hippo in New Zealand and I'm getting there's a lot of disruptions to his rollout. A lot of disruptions. I would say the voting is the biggest one. He just wants to get over that hurdle. He just wants to get over that hurdle and onto the other side so he can get it all going. He's coming a lot. He's finding a lot of disruptions. And he can't progress. He can't progress. It's almost like maybe some bills and different things are being voted down in Parliament. Then not everyone's on board with what he's wanting to dish out. And it causes him frustration. It causes Hippo frustration. He wants it to be smooth. And he definitely wants it to be smooth up to election time. He doesn't want anyone standing up. I would be very surprised if you had protests or anything in New Zealand prior to that. I keep hoping it's going to happen prior to that because that would be good if the spotlight gets put on the reset and people wake up before the vote. But we don't even know if the vote is kind of rigged, if you know what I'm saying. It does seem to happen a bit. In America, it seems to happen quite a lot, doesn't it? I see they're still coming after Trump too. Oh my God, it just never ends. So I am getting that for Hippo. He's finding a few disruptions in his inner circle, his parliamentary circle. A lot of people aren't voting and everything isn't just swinging and going his way. He's having to work at this to get things through. To get that stamp of approval to take things to the next level. He's having to really fight and debate in Parliament. But he is a VIP now, remember, a very important person. So he does have quite a strong say, but, you know, you've still got to get the votes of the people around you in Parliament. So he's working at that at the moment. All right, how about we pull some cards, guys? I think it's card time. Let's pull some Queen of the Moon Oracle. Let's see what we get today. Oh, so much going on. It's just completely strange. Everything just gets stranger. How can these people waking up not think everything is strange? Gratitude. Oh. See, we have to hold gratefulness in our hands, gratitude in our hands, and be really grateful for how far we've come, how we've evolved, how much we've grown as people, all the things we've learned. Grateful that we have our marbles, our wisdom and knowledge and our capacity to think. We might not all be physically perfect, but, you know, we're still getting there, aren't we? I'm getting the void. The void. God, look at us. It's like us taking a nana nap, isn't it? That's me and you, Louise. The void to me is when there's something kind of missing in your life. There's like a void. It's not so much darkness. I mean, that's a night energy. Look at the sky. The sky is full of stars, though. God, they give me that Simple Red song. Wanna fall from the stars straight into your arms. What's that song by Simply Red? I wanna fall from the stars. Is it fall from the stars, fall from the sky? Oh, it's something like that. Anyway, I'm getting that song by Simply Red. Remember Mick Hucknall? He's so cool. He had that red curly hair. They had great music. I loved Simply Red. I loved Holding Back the Years. Holding Back the Years. Oh, beautiful song. The void. That's the void in us. See, we have to fill this void. That's why we get told always to get back to our creativity. We've got to fill our voids. You know, it's like when you lose a pet. You have that void, you have that grief, but it's like an emptiness. Well, you've got to fill it with something else. We've got to fill ourselves up, guys. But I'm also thinking there we have to also rest our bodies and take care of ourselves. And maybe it's about focusing on getting some sleep at night, because I know, and I'm sure I'm correct in saying a lot of us aren't getting very good sleep. And when you're not getting sleep, it leaves you feeling a little empty because you're not rejuvenating your body. You're not refueling. That's how our bodies work. Oh, look at this, guys. Resilience. Look how resilient we are. No wonder we've got bad backs and bloody legs, knees, toes, necks, everything. Look at the load we've been carrying all this time. What's that say? Waning Jabias. Resilience. I might actually look that one up, guys. Let me just get the book for a sec. What's it? Number 5. I'm going to read this because I think... Oh, here we go. This might help us. You never know. Hang on. Which one is it? Resilience. Queen of the Moon Oracle. What number is it? Oh, 21. Had the wrong number. Ah, here we go. Resilience. Making mistakes builds resilience. I have learnt my lessons from the mistakes I've made. I stand strong. I am an adult and I act with self-responsibility. Well, that's very true, isn't it? Because it's through making mistakes that we learn and we grow and we evolve and we become better people. And it's important that we, you know, drop. It's the same as the backpack energy, which we have, but I still believe we're carrying fragments of, I suppose it's resistance, but it's also made us tougher. Let's read a little bit more because I think this is important. I am strong and resilient. As we stretch and expand towards our intentions, we will most likely meet resistance or, wait for it, make mistakes or fail altogether. And see, I always say that from failure, it brings success. I'm going to leave a video over here about failure, how it leads to success. Because anyone who's successful in life, they've always failed. We all fail. That's what leads you to success because you get more driven to succeed. This is where resilience, confidence, and our inner will come into play. We might ask ourselves, how much do we really want? What are we going for? Does what we want align with our needs and values? Are we really devoted to having it? Do we think we are enough? Do we have the strength to keep going? I think that's the ultimate question, is we all want to take that step forward and not stay stagnant anymore in this energy. Well, all of us at some time have to go through periods of imbalance and difficulty, even of suffering, which most of us here have experienced before, through depression, suicidal thoughts, dark night of the soul, anxieties, fears, all the above. It is important we learn to grow and rely on our resilience. This is true power from the inside out. Building our reserves of resilience, this ability to stand strong and bounce back is something that has at its heart wisdom and learning taken from experience. This is good. This is good, guys. Having resilience allows us the solidity and yet the freedom to grow and to take the leap to the next level. It allows us to reach higher with a stability that makes things less risky and allows us to create with a bit more pleasure, which is what a lot of us do. We create with pleasure. Remember, mistakes are simply information gathering. That's it. The less drama and guilt and shame you attach to them, the better. The experience of failure or mistakes is simply one of learning. That is all. It's true. As we move around the lunar cycle and in life, we can see how things may have occurred before and that we have experience in how to handle them. Very true. Look what we've gone through in the last 4 years, guys. We're never going to go back to that again. How much tougher have we become? It's like water off a duck's back, isn't it? Even if we don't have direct experience, we can build resilience as an insurance policy against being devastated by the opinions of others. Great point. I don't think what other people say about us, being conspiracy theories, theorists, etc., even has an effect on us anymore. Mind you, most of it's coming to fruition and coming true anyway. While someone might say something nasty about us, when we compare this to what we know to be true about ourselves, it truly is no great hurt and really just a piece of information gathering. It is. Resilience. Resilience makes us tougher, stronger. And now we've just got to kind of get more upright. We've got to get our bodies right. The companion stone or metal, if anyone's interested, is azurite. Azurite? Azurite. Yes, azurite. I'm sure that's how you say it. So I think that's right. Failure leads to success. And it's not that we failed so much. It's teaching us as well how to deal with people, how to deal with life. God, look how far we've come in the last few years. Sometimes I think about it and I go, wow, this was just crazy. And I'm just in a whole different place now, except for the ailments. I could do without those. I'm sure you guys can too. Let's pull a healing angel card just for closure, guys. You want to put some energy on these, guys? Let's see what we get. There's the dog snoring in the background. Oh, look at Sprockety's stuff. Oh, I just dropped one, so I'm going to go and get it. Oh, Blue Angel. I, Archangel Michael, am here by your side. I am all around you and will forever protect you. Remember this whenever you feel fearful. I love you, all is well. And again, supported by the guides, Blue Angel. And like I always say, fear is something that we do carry in our bodies. It's that fear of the unknown, fear of what's going to happen, fear of where we're heading. It's sort of a different fear. It's not that fear of, oh, I'm so scared. It's not that fear. It's different. It's a subconscious fear. I'm going to pull a couple more of these because I think we need a little bit of help. Help. Okay, this one, middle path. Embrace both sides. The middle path is the road to a balanced and more peaceful life, which I think we know it is. We often take the middle path, don't we? We stay pretty neutral. As much as we're on our own path, you know, I often say we're between kind of the people waking up and government. We've had to be pretty neutral. We stay in our truth and our power, but we also, and that is also that middle path, if you think about it, we can still do 3D to 5D as well. 3D to 5D. And that's no easy feat, is it? Archangel Sandalphon, I've heard your call for help. Your prayer will soon be answered. Let's hope that's around the ailments, guys, and helping us to feel better physically. Because I just feel like crap most of the time. I know you guys do too. You keep giving me that feedback. It's really crazy what we're going through. It really is. All right, I'll see if there's anything else to close with today. The dog's snoring. It's like an orchestra. They're so tired. Whenever they have that bushwalk, they just are wrecked for 2 days, aren't you, Spocket? You know he's got to have his little guest appearance at the end, but he's too tired to do anything. So Sophie, he's so tired today. Okay, I'll see if there's one more thing to close with. For some reason, I'm getting this drums. I'm getting drums, But you know that I'm getting a theme from, and I know a lot of you might remember this movie, Last of the Mohicans. Do you remember Last of the Mohicans? Ah, it's a real tribal kind of movie. This is like Indian. Is it Indian? I don't even know. It was just brilliant. Was it Daniel Day-Lewis in that? I love Last of the Mohicans. It had the most beautiful drum beats and music in that. Maybe type it in. It'll probably come up on YouTube. But I am getting this drum beats. I'm getting that drum beat like the, well, I'm getting the Last of the Mohicans. That's just what I'm getting. Music and drum beats from I love the theme from Last of the Mohicans. I'll share it to my Facebook page, guys. I'll go and find it and share it to my Facebook page if anyone wants to go and have a listen to it. Great movie. A really great movie. I absolutely loved it. All right, hang on. Let me see what else we get today. This booklet is so tight. Oh, I'm getting movies today. So weird. I'm getting the movie The Mission. Do you guys remember The Mission? I used to love the music from The Mission. I used to play that in my house. I love the movie The Mission. It's some sort of religious movie. It's not like overly religious, but it's like a pilgrimage kind of thing, isn't it? I can't even remember the movie, to be quite honest. I just remember the music and how much I loved it. The Mission. I'll share that also to my Facebook page, guys. Do you guys remember these movies? So weird. I'm just getting them because of the music. And look, we talk a lot about music and vibrational frequency and how important it is to our healing. Maybe some of these things might be on Spotify too if you tap around. I'm sure they would be. Let me see if there's anything else. Hang on a sec. I'm getting this song here. Oh, I can't quite get it. It's, I'm sure it's by Pink Floyd. How I wish you were here. Oh, I just can't get the rest of it. Wish you were here. Two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl. Is that the song? Waiting here. Oh, I can't think of it. Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to get another song because I just can't get to Wish You Were Here. Oh, I'm just getting that song for some reason. Maybe it means something to you guys out there. Let me see if there's one more thing. Hang on. Give me some really weird stuff today. Hold on. Give me that song by Goo Goo Dolls, Iris. And I give up forever to have you. And I know that I feel the same way. Everything's made to be broken. I don't want you to know who I am. Don't know why they're giving me that song, but they're giving me that. I really love that song. It's a beautiful song, actually. I love the music and the vibe of that song. That's what I'm going to leave you with today. Goo Goo Dolls, is it? Iris? I think that's what it's called. All right, I'm going to say goodbye from Australia. Bye from me and the doggos. They're wrecked. I'm wrecked. Everybody's wrecked. You guys are probably wrecked from your sleepless nights. Take care. Look, please subscribe if you can find the subscribe button. Hit the like buttons too, guys. Please feel free to comment and go and check out those songs. I'm going to put them on my Facebook page. And thanks for all your support over there on my Facebook page, guys, as well. I also have an Instagram page too, a public Instagram page, which has got a lot of my garden and doggy pictures and things on there as well. Instagram's pretty fun, isn't it, guys? Gives you some good creative ideas on there, doesn't it, when you tap around. Take care, and I'll say goodbye from Australia and have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.